My topic is, should media report acts of terrorism? Why and why not? My brief answer to begin with will be, yes, the media should report acts of terrorism, but it should do it responsibly and with restraint. Now, coming to real life, as journalist working in the field, in a conflict area, I will start by presenting the example of my country's most dangerous and powerful militant organization, the TTP, Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan. Every day without fail, its spokesman Shahidullah Shahid calls a number of journalists from North Waziristan. Now we know that he's in North Waziristan because we get his phone calls, and we know that it is 0928, the code number for Miran Shah, the capital of North Waziristan. But we can't say that he is in North Waziristan, so we always say he called from an unknown location, out of fear, and also because he tells us, don't tell my location. Everybody knows about it, even the Pakistan government knows about it, but somehow he is able to evade arrest. Now he calls every day, and he comes up with a statement or some news regarding their attacks. It then becomes a major news event. The terrorists get free publicity, and the reporter is happy to get a byline based on a one-sided statement. What about Afghanistan? The Afghan Taliban spokesman, Zabiullah Mujahid and Qari Yusuf Ahmadi, are faceless. They call us, they call everybody, but you've never seen their faces because they never give TV interviews. What I want to say is that the initiative is mostly with the terrorists and the militants, from the planning stage to the execution. Now, every act benefits the terrorist. The mayhem at the site of the blast, the mismanagement, the scenes at the hospital. The government is criticized for the lack of response or the slow response, for the security lapses. And then the police is under criticism, the doctors, the hospital administration, everybody is under some strain. There is chaos, anger, and protest. This is what the terrorists want and are mostly able to achieve. Now, I read somewhere that the media is the battlefield of terrorism. Then we have this ongoing debate on definition of terrorism. As we often hear, that one man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter. This confusion also benefits terrorists. It is clear that terrorists need publicity for their cause and also for free, because they may not be able to afford it. The media in this age of 24-hour TV news, thriving social media, and cutthroat competition is ready to oblige. Now, terrorism mostly works because the governments and the citizens give in, and often the media also gives in. We have this very strong argument that journalists have an obligation towards the reader, viewer, and listener, and therefore we must report all acts of terrorism because these are important news and impact the life of the people. There is no way the terrorist attacks can be blanked out. But as I said earlier, we have to report it responsibly, with restraint, and in the belief that these acts are inhuman and evil. I keep asking myself, even now, whether I should have done those 2 interviews with Osama bin Laden. And that happened in 1998 in Afghanistan. My answer is that yes, if there was a chance, I will do it again. Although you can be accused of giving a platform to somebody who was a terrorist. The problem is there is so much demand for these kind of interviews. And the biggest demand came from the American TV channels. So Osama bin Laden attacked America, but the American TV networks wanted his interview at any cost. The question of demand, he's a newsmaker. He was a newsmaker. He's dead now. He was a newsmaker. So you wanted to know, what is he up to? What does he say? And that's why I think that we cannot really afford to miss these kind of stories or interviews. We must do it. So beside Bin Laden, I also interviewed Dr. Ayman al-Zawahiri, who was with Osama bin Laden at the time. And I think the first and last interview with Mullah Omar, the Taliban leader, was also done by me. So I'm doing it again and again. Thank you.